this is Sarah, the Catholic Homemaker. I hope you are all doing well, especially with all these stay-at-home orders. I hope you are finding interesting things to do and connecting with people still. That's very important. Today I wanted to talk about a follow-up topic to my video from last week where I discussed easy ways to incorporate organ meats into your diets. Now, that video was especially targeted for people who are new to eating organ meats or new to eating a traditional type of diet. So that includes people who may be picky eaters, even easy ways to sneak those organ meats in. But today I wanted to talk about the benefits, especially of eating organ meats. And there are a couple reasons why people are kind of put off by organ meats. And I think probably the number one reason is the taste, or people fearing the taste, thinking they're absolutely disgusting things to have. I know I can personally relate to that just because I didn't grow up eating those kind of things, and I've had to kind of force myself to eat them because of the benefits. But I also do enjoy them if they are prepared the proper way to make them taste even better. But I will say it's important to introduce these things to your children really from birth. I mean, not feeding them at birth, but once you introduce solid foods, but also eating them during your pregnancy, because babies start to have a taste for what you are eating too. So when you eat it during your pregnancy, your baby will kind of know the taste of those things afterwards when they start eating solid foods. And I have introduced liver and other organ meats early on to both of my girls, and they both still love to eat liver and other organ meats. They're really great eaters. So I would definitely encourage you to not be afraid to introduce those things to your children right from the start at an early age. That is the most nutrient-dense food you can give your babies, and please don't have that iron-fortified cereal. It's the worst food to give to your baby. Just give them food with iron in it, like meat, real meat or liver, because it's very nutrient-dense and it's very healthy for you and your baby and anyone who doesn't have children. We all should be eating organ meats. They're the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. The second reason that people are put off by organ meats is that they think that they're full of toxins. And the reality is that yes, the liver is a filter in the body, but it does not store toxins. And you really don't have anything to be concerned about if you are consuming organ meats from pasture-raised animals, and if they're eating the diet that is natural to them. You really do not have anything to be concerned about. So go ahead and eat those organ meats and just see how much better you feel, how much more energy you feel from eating them. And also another personal story from my childhood. I remember growing up without organ meats, but every once in a while when we would visit my grandparents, my grandfather would be having liver and onions for dinner, and I was so grossed out by it just because I think it was probably put into my head to be grossed out by it, just because so many people are put off by organ meats. But I think if you don't put that idea into your children's minds, that they will actually be open to it. So try it out and let me know what happened, what your successes or failures were. I'd love to hear in the comments. So back to what the benefits of organ meats are. Organ meats are one of the most concentrated sources of almost every nutrient. This includes vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and essential amino acids. They contain lots of B vitamins, and this includes vitamins B1, B2, B6, folate, and B12. And folate in particular can be a hard vitamin to get in your diet because There are some foods that are more concentrated in it, but a lot of foods, especially that we eat as Americans, are not highly concentrated in folate. So organ meats are really important so you can get enough folate into your diet, and especially if you're pregnant, it's a very important nutrient to have. I've made other videos about the importance of folate in your diet in pregnancy, so I will link to the ones that I can think of below. Organ meats also contain very high amounts of vitamins A, D, E, and K, and that is the true form of vitamin A. You will only find that in animal foods. A lot of other plant foods are listed to have vitamin A, but it's not true vitamin A. It's actually beta carotene, and it is said that beta carotene can be converted into vitamin A, but most people are poor converters of that. It takes a very healthy person to be able to do that. And most of the time, you just really need animal foods to help you get the right amount of vitamin A in your diet. Also, they contain phosphorus, iron, copper, magnesium, iodine, calcium, potassium, sodium, selenium, zinc, and manganese. They also have high amounts of healthy fats, healthy essential fats like arachidonic acid, DHA, and EPA, those omega-3 fatty acids that are very important to get in our diet. The heart organ meat in particular is very concentrated in coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10, and you hear about these supplements all the time. But don't get an expensive supplement for CoQ10, just eat heart. And beef heart is a very inexpensive organ meat to buy. Really, any of them are inexpensive in the areas that I have lived in. It is also concentrated in the kidney and liver, but it's found to be the highest in the heart. And it's rich in glycine and proline as well as collagen. So these are all very healthy things that we all need more of in our diet, and that's a way to make sure that you don't spend a ton of money on supplements. Just try to eat more organ meats, and that's really the best way to get these essential vitamins and nutrients into our diet. They also protect against anemia because there's high amounts of iron and B vitamins in organ meats. So if you are tending to get anemia, or if you do have it, that's definitely something you should consider adding into your diet to heal yourself. They also help in fertility and healthy pregnancy. They're definitely essential, I think, for everyone to be eating. I know a number of people are vegetarians and vegans, but if you're not, it's just very essential to eat. In the United States, it used to be, liver in particular used to be a pretty regular meal in the American diet. Maybe once a week it was traditional, at least maybe back in the 50s and before that. So I really hope that you all will consider adding them into your diet. I'd love to hear what you think in the comments, and please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for all notifications. Please stay safe and healthy. Have a happy Easter. Until next time, God bless you, and bye.